Hello, it's Nikki. Today I want to talk about content and I want to show you this number. Some people unbox Gucci bags and here I am with one of the oldest items of clothes that I own, but one of my favorites nonetheless. This red dressing gown is, maybe people will, if I become rich and famous one day, maybe it'll be in an archive at the V&A, like, oh yes, those years, yes, when she wore the red dressing gown. Honestly, that's what it felt like, because if I go through my own archives of social media, I'm wearing this piggin dressing gown the whole time. And I think then when I went out in public, people were like, oh, actually, you scrub up all right. And it's like, yep, because I was putting my face on the internet in all kinds of shabby ways. But it grew my business. It welcomed clients. I signed incredible contracts with this red dressing gown whilst having 2 children at home. And it will always be an important part of my story because I had my son in 2015 and I had my daughter in 2019, and neither of them slept for years. I feel like there was a good solid 7 years when I was up 3 or 4 times a night. Easy. And now I feel that we've kind of come into a new chapter. But today's video is about giving you 3 things that you can do right now in terms of your content, especially when you feel that content is maybe the last thing that you want to or you can be doing. So I use this reference of the red dressing gown because the last thing that I wanted to do was to sometimes do like a full hair and makeup moment. None of my clothes fit. I didn't know who I was. I was working in nap times and I just felt like, I just felt like I was kind of lost in all of those moments. But yet I still needed to welcome clients. I still needed to work. And so I learned how to work with what I had, even though everybody on the internet was going to Bali or masterminding in, Costa Rica. I was like at home in my dressing gown. Anyway, you might be in a phase of business or in life where the last thing you want to do is keep showing up on the internet, and you know that you need to do it in terms of your visibility, but the thought of it can be really overwhelming. So maybe you are in those early days of parenthood. Maybe you've got a really busy job on the side and you're looking at transitioning and you don't want to break any rules. Or maybe you are caring for somebody. Maybe you are, sitting by a hospital bed where you don't know what's around the corner. So many of my clients have been in that situation. And I have as well, with members of my family, when you just don't know when you're going to get that call, or every day it feels like a new normal. Anyway, that got very morose, didn't it? But let's get into these 3 things that I can, me and my red dressing gown can help you with. Number 1, I used it to pop in. And I think this is a very key part of business. It's being a regular on somebody's feed. It's being that person that people get to know over time. So it's not you just going, hi guys, I've got a launch, buy it, and then I'll disappear. Instagram stories was so brilliant for me at that time because I literally was like, hi, I'm popping in. How you doing? This is the kind of night that we've had. Did you see that thing on TV last night? This is what we're up to today. And it was really casual, but it was always opening up conversations and building that community, building that conversation where people got to know you over time was really lovely, because then when you would meet people in real life, they're like, oh, I feel like I know you already, apart from the red dressing gown, because I haven't worn it out. I mean, I've worn it out to do the bins, but anyway. The second thing I can share with you is sharing the journey as you go. So the lessons that you're learning, the behind the scenes, the stuff that's really working. And this can be the good, the bad, the ugly, the tough bits, the easy bits, the, oh my goodness, I've figured it out. Really lifting the lid and showing the behind the scenes. I mean, YouTube told us how to do that, didn't they? As soon as Vogue started doing all of that video content where they interview people and we saw the video version, it lifted everything off the page. And I think many of us are really missing an opportunity here to show the behind the scenes of our business. The third thing that was really, really valuable is the casualness of sharing links. So I didn't have Swipe Up at that point, but I was able to keep popping up and saying, oh, I've got this thing for sale at the moment, or I've just recorded this podcast with somebody and I think you might like it, or I'm going to be speaking at this event, go on this person's bio and purchase a ticket and come along. And I have always endeavored to have that evergreen business where it's open all year round, where people can purchase in a way that feels really good to them. And so I need to figure out ways that I can consistently show up, but not be burnt out and not be doing all of the things all of the time. So one final Brucey bonus moment I want to share with you is keep it light. Don't feel like you have to be the queen of social media. Don't feel like you have to have this big extravaganza cruise liner showcase the whole time. It doesn't have to be that. This is about building relationships. This is about the know, like, and trust factor. This is about people being in your world, exploring, figuring out things for themselves. And it's not that serious, is what I want to say. It's not that serious. Just show up little and often, share funny memes, share other people's stuff, and see what happens. And don't just be there to chuck stuff on the internet. Be in the conversation. We've all been to those networking parties, haven't we? Where people go, hi, yeah, let me tell you about my business. It's fantastic. I'm just going to bellow at you for the next 10 minutes. We've all been there and we've all gone, mm-hmm. And then we silently walked away as soon as we got the opportunity to. This is about building a conversation, reciprocity, backwards and forwards. It's about you, but it's also about them, and it's about you as well. Lots of love. And if you want information on content, I'll leave some links down below. I have an online course about how I can help you build a content strategy. And also you can do a strategy session with me if that is what you prefer. Lots of love. Bye.